What's up, y'all? All right, so maybe I was thinking about content. Maybe I wasn't thinking about content. I'm thinking about content, but I'm also thinking about paintings. So I've been working on these two pieces, and I had a really good piece of content that I shared about compositional problem solving. Actually, shared it with these pieces about when I laid out the chalk and how to lay out the shapes in a way that create visually appealing compositions and how to use shapes in different orientations and stuff, ways to achieve those ends. So I've been filling in the colors on these pieces, and so a lot of things are coming to mind, okay? I'm not sure how this is gonna show up on the video, but these lights up here are pretty darn good. So I'm just gonna ramble here about sort of where I'm at with these pieces. Now, number one, starting off, this style, I have never painted this style before. I've been sharing a lot of these geometric, like graffiti bar, geometric compositions that I've been doing. I've been sketching a lot and posting on the Instagrams, which seem to be pretty popular, or at least Instagram's like, yo, we like this content, we're gonna keep sharing it because they're getting a ton of views. But I've been drawing those compositions for the last couple of years, and so I'm like, I should do it in color, I should paint some, I should do this, and I think they're pretty darn cool. So these are my first pieces. These are my first two pieces of this style that I have ever painted. Now, I like working in multiples. I'm a production mentality kind of guy. I like working in multiples. Yes, I like working on one piece, but my brain loves to see multiples laid out. So we're just doing a duo here. We're doing a little duet, and we just kind of like, we're color flopping a little bit. Now, first thing was kind of flopping out sort of these colors right here and these colors right here, and bringing this kind of red into here, purples and reds and pinks, and then taking these teals and kind of bringing these out into the foreground with these compositions here. Now, this is much more bold, and this is much more muted. Now, one thing I did not intend on having happen, these two look almost the same in real life here, now that they're painted, but this guy's a gray, and this guy, when I had it in the bucket, this one actually looked a lot like this. How I ended up coming out like that, I don't know. But it looks cool. I don't know, I'd prefer to lighten that up and make it more of like a mid blue, like a muted blue, sort of like a muted, thicker blue. This is like a muted mid plum purple. But yeah, so this one, for where I'm at, this one has obviously been, well, I don't know about obviously, but for you, this one's been more of the challenge for me to color. But I think it's because the orientation's funky. Now, I didn't realize it until I started laying down this like rubber ball bubblegum pink that I mixed up. I thought it would jump a little bit more, but I started putting it on here and I was like, okay, that's obviously wrong. And then I started thinking, okay, well, how can I begin to solve some of these problems, right? Like, one, for this guy, should I paint this more of a flat, muted, matte blue? I don't know. It needs to be lighter. I think it needs to be lighter, right? Like lighter. This guy though, I started going, okay, where's, in my mind, the way things work, because I'm such a shape and architecture-based individual, shape, geometry, architecture, I tend to look at things, maybe all things, but not just with shape, because shape has this, but color can do this as well. But it's how to balance weight. So this situation over here is lighter. It's more weightless in comparison to this situation here because it's much more bold and it's heavier. Like this feels like it's lighter, and then you get over here and it feels like it's heavier. So color can do that. Shape can do that, right? Like we discussed before, it gets skinny and then it gets fatter. This side's heavier and then this side's heavier as well. It's expanding. It's sort of like a flower in a way. It's just expanding. So there's weight, but there's movement. So a lot of it is about balancing weight. You balance weight in shape and form, but you're also doing it in color. Seems to be going well over here. This one's got great shape. It's got great balance of color because so far you've got these heavier, bold colors in sort of a triangular situation that feels very pleasant on the weight. And then these two gray situations are not, they're lighter, but they don't feel like they're conflicting. Something in this situation is conflicting for me. So as I was sitting here kind of looking at it, I'm going, okay, what usually is in conflict? Maybe this is different for other people, but for me, I don't look at the light things first. I look at the dark things because they add the weight. Now, when I thought of that, I was like, oh, I immediately know what I need to do. I think, and we're gonna see, I think what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna take this red right here. We're gonna take this red, we're gonna paint that something on the lighter scale. We're gonna take this red and I think we're gonna put the red down here so that the weight transfer is not in the skinny part. The weight transfer now goes to the wide part. It's like the heavier part will be on this side and then it will expand into this lighter thing. Maybe, actually, what might work is if I just flop this one and this one so that the heavy weight of that crimson clarinet wine looking color can be down here and then this sort of rubber ball can be right here, I'm thinking. That's my gut, my intuition telling me to do that. Because you can see it's really thin, but like also it's very heavy. And that just doesn't seem to, it just doesn't feel right. So that's what I'm thinking there with that. This guy, yeah, we're just gonna bring in some lighters. Fill in here, here and here. I feel like these two are squished together. These two are squished together a little bit. And so I feel like no matter what I do with that, as long as I keep the weight over here and lighten it up a little bit here, should come out well. But for the meantime, I think that's where I'm at with problem solving those. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna drop that in and then I'll come back and we'll see what happened.